Hello guys! Hello! Ah, I'm back. We continue. The word of the day is printer. I literally just used my printer after a 3 weeks hiatus. I haven't used my printer for weeks, and now I finally used it, and the word of the day I get is printer. Now tell me apps aren't spying on us, yeah? In fact, the printer is kind of a cool thing. Even if it's printing just black and white, it's still fun. You can print all kinds of stuff. My brother is printing drawings, pictures he could color on the printer. Very helpful. Also, if it has a scanning function, it's also amazing, very nice to use. Imagine you literally have a document, you can scan it anytime, have a digital copy or print a copy. And speaking of copying, do you have these classmates that copy from you all the time? Or maybe you are copying from others? My mother had one classmate like such. My mother would write anything, a test, notes in her copybook and make a lot of mistakes, lineouts and stuff. And it would look unorganized because it's not just text, it's a lot of lines, cuttings, mistakes, and corrections. The classmate that was sitting in the same bench with her would copy everything in one without copying the mistakes. She would just copy on clean paper the text itself, no cuts, no lines, no mistakes. And almost all the teachers were grading her way higher because of that. They were giving her classmate a higher grade because she had no mistakes. And doesn't matter that she copied. In my case, I wouldn't say people copy from me. Sometimes yes, they do. But I do not care about that. Mostly because, very often they copy it wrong. They either don't get my handwriting or they don't know what I wrote down. They just don't understand what it's supposed to mean. And this culture of copying is very confusing. On one hand, you want to be appreciated fairly. You do not want someone to steal and get a better result. But at the same time, you also want to help your friends. After all, the school will end at some point, and you will remain with all your connections, friends, and relationships you built during that time. And if you ain't giving anyone to copy, if this builds up to some conflicts, if this will end up on ruining your friendship. You finish your school, cool, you don't have the friends you used to have because of the copying. And what do? It's some sort of dilemma. You want to keep your pride and value, but also you want to help others. Maybe you could draw some personal lines, like we are friends, but do not copy from me because I have my own values and personal standards. Also, you could just pick one of the choices. Either of them have positive and negative aspects, so choose the ones you are more comfortable with. Or pick none of them, also an option, although I'm not sure this is going to help you anyhow. And the last option, find new friends. Imagine someone is your friend just because he can copy from you, and the moment you reject him, you stop being friends. Like, was he ever your friend to begin with? Just think about it. Do you want other friends around you to not be able to do anything? Do you want the people that surround you to be worse than you in everything? Do you want them to not be able to do anything without you telling them the right answer? We are getting to the topic of leadership, of being a leader. Because a good leader, he likes to surround himself with people that are better than him. A bad leader, he surrounds himself with people that are worse than him. And what does worse mean? People that are inferior. I'm feeling that I'm better than you, so you physically have no way of putting me down or overcoming me. So you stay near me. I like you because this boosts my ego, my self-confidence, and my opinion about myself. And imagine you are the manager, the CEO, or the leader of a group, and all your subordinates, all your people are worse than you. How can you succeed when you have to do everything by yourself if you want that to be of a good quality? If you want a document to be completed properly, if you want the calculations made right, if you want to solve the problems, you have to do that yourself, because anyone else is dumber than you. Maybe they don't even know how to do that, because you have chosen the people that are worse than you. And the other position, which is a confident, a good, positive, strong leader. Positive means a positive image of a leader. He surrounds himself with people that are very good. So this is a leader, and this is the people that are his subordinates. So all these people, they listen to you, but at the same time you know that in their specific field, they are better than you are. And all it requires is trust. You have to trust them. And if you do that, you find any task, even the one you cannot handle, and you can delegate this task to someone who is indeed qualified. You trust that person. You know he will do the task that even you cannot manage. As an example, someone on the interview asked Henry Ford, I do not remember the specific question, but it was something like, well, do you consider yourself smart or something? He said, well, no, but I can answer any of your questions. And how so? He asked the interviewer to ask any question, and then he just took his phone, he called one of his workers, one of his employees, and he just told him the question, and the employee answered. That's the way it works. Now, speaking more about these leadership styles, the negative image of a leader, the one who surrounds himself with inferior people, he also tends to adopt the tyrant style of management, which the tyrant style means I do everything, everyone has to listen to me, everyone is dumber than me, I cannot trust anyone, I do everything myself, and I cannot give any high status or function to anyone. I'm afraid they will start diminishing my position. So his logic is that me, myself, and I is the highest one, and everyone else has to be lower. It's not very effective. In fact, it's not effective at all, because you literally just don't give your people any freedom, any liberty of action. At one point they will leave you, either because they'll get tired of your control and fixed mind, the will and desire to do everything just as you said, or they will find a better place. The other type is the other side of the spectrum, the other extrema. It's the liberal one. This means I'm not involved in anything, and you people, you do your stuff. I don't care if you just do it. If you have any problems, these are your problems. Do not come with them to me, I'm not gonna solve them. In fact, I'm here just by the documents. I'm doing my stuff, and outside of the job we literally don't know each other. Why is this? Okay, why can this be negative? Is because you don't build the connection inside your group. There is no cohesiveness. Your workers, they don't even befriend each other. They come to the job as a mundane thing, and they do their task, they go home. It starts becoming boring, repetitive, and a constant thing. No diversity, nothing interesting happening. Building up day by day, you end up at some point where you have no authority at all. No one listens to you because, well, you don't even come to your job, you don't even do anything. Any conflict can start, you won't be able to do anything. So even though you are considered their superior, their boss, manager, anything, in fact you have nothing. You can do nothing to affect their behavior. And the middle of the spectrum, we have the volatile type of management. I think it's called volatile. It's when you are very assertive, you listen to everyone, you enhance the communication, you let everyone talk and be free, but at the same time they're not too free. So they have to respect some set of rules, laws, discipline, culture. They have to respect what you say. And you are saying something. You are not abandoning them. This is the middle because there is some degree of control and the limitations, but at the same time you also try to give them enough freedom so they can have some meaningful connections with each other. And this compounds into a workplace where everyone can feel like it's easy but not too easy, but also it's not hard enough so that you want to quit. What do printers have to do with all of that? Let's say at the workplace you have printers. If your people do not respect you, they will print your face on the printer and draw a mustache on your face and stick it somewhere else. In the best case. In the worst case scenario, they will draw something else. Obviously I'm kidding, I just went with my line of thoughts and I got to the types of leadership and management, starting by printer, because honestly I don't really know what should I say about it, or what other subjects could I link to the printer. Maybe something about ink, or anything else. Anyway, that was it. Thank you for listening. I hope next time will be something more interesting than today, like always. And take care of yourself. See you next time. Bye.